Hello, Collector's Corner here. Today we'll be taking a look at the Big Bad Toy Store exclusive limited edition Seacons. This was released in 2010 only on Big Bad Toy Store's online store, and it contained every Seacon that had ever been released. Unlike other box sets and gift sets, this one even included the lobster Seacon, which I forget his name. When we take them out and look them individually, I'll know that name. For now, let's take a look at the box. Comes in a very standard Transformers Generations box of the time. Very large plastic packaging. Collector cards included on the corner. Level 4 Advanced. On the side, we get all Seacons. We get Snaptrap, Overbite, Decepticon Sea-Wing, Decepticon Nautilator, Scalor, and Decepticon Tentakill. On the back, we get the product images, all the Seacons, the combined mode, their beast modes, a short blurb. In their individual forms, the Seacons growl and slash their way along with unique weapons and abilities. Together, their power is more than the addition of all their skills, combined as a Decepticon Piranacon. Their force multiplies and their minds merge into an uncontrollable tsunami of destruction. You've got some text specs. You can pause it and look at it if you want. I'll zoom in. Oh, closer. And on the other side, we got Piranacon artwork with his big sword. Okay, so let's unbox him. Let's put him down. Taking out the tray. There's a lot of things going on. Out the accessory pack. The instructions. And that's it. I'll take a look at Piranacon in a moment. Let's take a look at the paperwork first. So, we got the Piranacon collector's card first. Nice artwork there, Decepticon Piranacon. On the other side, we got the same write-up and the text specs. And it's copyright 2010. Function: undersea warrior. To live is to hunt is to live. And inside the plastic packet, we have these are not coming out. Okay. We have the instruction booklet. Oh, it's black, white, and purple glory. And we have individual cards for each of the Seacons. So we have Scalor. I think, therefore I am. Alternate mode, Coelacanth. We have Sea-Wing. The Darkest Depths reveal the darkest secrets. Alternate mode, Manta Ray. We have Tentakill. Embrace your enemies until they're terminated. Alternate mode, Squid. Well, more of a bipedal squid monster, but hey. We have Nautilator. Blame someone else before they blame you. Alternate mode, Lobster. We have Overbite. There are only two kinds of creatures, predator and prey. Alternate mode, a shark. A shark with hands and feet, but a shark. And Decepticon Snaptrap. Broken Autobots never mend. Alternate mode, Turtle. That's it for the paperwork. Now, let's take a look at all these accessories, of which we have a ton. We have so many accessories. So many accessories. We have the stands for the gun modes. That's 5 stands for each of the 5 limb bots. They also double as Piranacon's feet, by the way. 2, 3, 4. We have 5 connector pieces for the gun modes. We have guns for each of the members. We have the 5 shafts for the stands. We have Nautilator's claws. I believe these are Scalar's claws too. Sea Wing's wing guns. And a bunch of guns. Put the accessories over there, and let's put this to one side because we're running out of room here. And let's take out the big guy. So we'll be starting with Overbite, the shark. You see the shark head on the back of his feet. His head is a very standard combiner G1 head, square to peg into the ports on the turtle Snaptrap. On Snaptrap, yellow face, just okay. Nothing major. Articulation-wise, his arms can rotate. Can't move in and out. He has elbows, 90 degrees, a bit over 90 degrees. And his fists can move up due to transformation, can move down, that's it. Obviously nothing, legs. His toes can point down, but I don't think that's very useful. And that's it for him. He does have one pink gun he can hold, like that. And that's it. That's all he does. Let's transform him into his fish mode. Fall down the shark head, push in the legs, fall down the tail, so it covers his face. Bring down his legs. Bring down his other leg. Get a sort of bipedal shark with claws. It's kind of odd. It doesn't really like to stand all that well. Right? Got a fin, his tail. Articulation wise, his mouth can open, not much, can open. His arms can fall. His arms can fall, but I mean, his arms can rotate back and forth. His legs can rotate also back and forth. They kind of collide with his arms. He has a knee joint that works both ways when his claw is not in the way. Oh wait, yeah, it does work both ways. Full knee joint. And his toes can point up, but not down. That's about as far as they go. Flat. His tail can move up, down not a lot. Can move up. That's all. And his fin can move side to side. For transformation mostly, but it can't. Now, weapon mode is fold the fin, you fold his tail, you bring up his arms, extend his face. Rotate the shark head forward. Bring down his head for a handle. Rotate his legs up. And plug in his gun. And there it is. There's his gun mode. It's a very awkward looking gun, but it is a gun. It can be an arm or a leg. For leg mode, basically just leave him in gun mode. Bring up his head. And take one of the foot panels and plug it into his port there. And there. That is his leg mode. And you could totally do it the other way if you wanted to. That is his leg mode. Next, we'll take a look at the Skator, the Seacons. Again, twin on his head. There's his face again. The square peg head for the combined mode. Somewhat sloppily applied sticker. These were factory applied. I didn't apply them myself, so they're cut that way and printed that way on the piece from the factory. Has more stickers down here. At the back. Decepticon logo on his forehead, on his Seacons forehead. Articulation-wise, his head can't move. His arms rotate. He has an elbow joint. It folds under 90 degrees, but it is there. His fists just fold into his arms. That's it. And obviously no legs. I mean, you can push his toes forward. I mean up, but that does really nothing. His arms on the side can rotate. Transformation to Seacons mode. Fold up the tail, rotate the head, push it in, fold in the fists. And that's it. There is your Seacons mode. Fish with legs and arms. That's all this is. Now he has a fin. You fold up his fin. Articulation wise, his mouth can open. He has a few teeth. The bottom two. His arms can rotate. They smash against his thighs, but they can't rotate. His legs can rotate all the way, and he has knees, which are the robot elbows, so under 90 degrees of knee movement. And his tail can move up, but it just, unpegs it. And his fin can move. For gun mode, then you pull out the leg, rotate him forward, push his hands back, rotate his legs up, tailed, push down the head for the handle. And give him his dual blaster pegged in to itself. And that's his gun mode. Weird looking gun mode. Double blaster. I forgot to show the guns in raw mode, didn't I? Yeah, well, they're not anything to write home about. I mean, just two standard pistols. They have two slots on one side, a peg on the other, so you can peg it together. And then tap it in for the gun mode. Yeah, you can put it in a stand. There he is on his stand. Oh, wait. No. For his arm mode, that's basically his arm mode. Just insert it into the body. That's all it does. For leg mode, just push the head up and stick a foot underneath, and that's his leg mode. That's his leg mode. So now let's take a look at Tentakill, the squid. Take a look at his face, if it focuses. Red and magenta and yellow face. Articulation wise, his arms can move up and down. His little squid tentacles can move back. That's all the articulation he has. Oh, he does have a very tight knee, which is kind of pointless because he has a uni leg there. So, for gun mode, just pull out his handle and plug his guns onto the bottom of his feet. Transformation to squid mode just involves pulling up his feet, his little butt tentacles, rotating him around, pulling up the bottom of his feet, which become the squid head, and collapsing it down. There is Tentakill in squid mode. He has a fairly interesting face. Articulation wise, his tentacles again move back and forth. His legs move back and forth. And his little squid tail here that covers his face can move down or up a little. For limb mode, then you rotate. No, you don't rotate this. Then we just pull out his peg here. That's his arm mode. And attach. Rotate this around and attach fist there, like so. You can fold this down if you want, but then his face would just be there. There. With foot mode, collapse the peg, fold back his legs, fold back his tentacles, plug a foot part in there, and plug that into the legs on snap wrap. Very simple. We'll take a look at Annihilator. He odd one out because he was always left out of the box sets in the past. I believe it was the BotCon gift set that made him available in the gift set for the first time. Every other gift set before it was lacking Nautilator. So anyway, again, his head. Again, the square peg, yellow face. Articulation, his arms can just move up and down. Nothing major. Again, he has a knee, but it bends forward, so not very useful. His lobster claw, feet can open and close. Again, not very useful. He has his claws, which can rotate up and down. More useful in lobster mode. Okay. He has one of the more unique guns. A tri-barrel gun. He can, of course, hold it in his hand. Like so. His gun mode, again, you open his legs, rotate his lobster face up, pull out the peg, open his lobster mouth, plug in the gun. And that is his gun mode. It's got one of the more unique gun modes because it's not plugged onto the port on his foot. I mean, the handle's too far forward for that. And to complete his transformation to lobster mode, just to close his mouth, we'll rotate his feet in, push them in, and there he is in lobster mode. It's one of my favorite Seacons. A lobster is just great. It's an actual lobster, not a monster lobster with feet. It's just a real lobster. Looks very nice. Articulation-wise, as mentioned, his mouth can open, his claws can rotate, his feet can close, and that's about it. For gun mode, not gun mode, for foot mode, just rotate his foot up, push it in, fold down his face, his lobster face, and that's basically the foot. And his arm mode, just pull out the peg if you can, because it's very tight. Arm mode, pull out the peg. Open his mouth and plug in a fist. And there's arm mode. Next, we'll be taking a look at C-Wing, the Manta Ray. That's a nice robot mode. His head, again, just a blockhead, yellow eyes. Articulation-wise, his arms can move up and down. He does have elbows, surprisingly enough. Gives him very short arms, forearms. Again, he has actually separate feet. He can move forward and back. He's the only one with the crotch piece. For weapons, he gets his two wing guns, which he can hold in his hands. Awkwardly, because he's holding the opposite, on the opposite hand. Like that. Hold him in his hands. For gun mode, you basically, again, just pull out the peg. Rotate his arms back. Pushing his feet. Tap his wings in together. Get a single gun wing. Plug it into the port on the bottom of his feet. And that's his gun mode. You can fold up the Manta Ray wings if you want to. Not too much. For his Manta Ray mode, you rotate his feet around, push them back to form the head of the Manta Ray. Rotate his tail back and move down his arms, and rotate his feet. And there's his Manta Ray mode, his bipedal Manta Ray mode. You can attach the wings to the bottom of the Manta Ray wings if you want to. It's one of the only ones, it's actually the only one that can take his guns in beast mode. It's bipedal Manta Ray. Last but not least, we'll be looking at Snaptrap, the turtle. He can hold a large rifle in his hand. And he takes the combined mode chest piece as a shoulder shield. That's the only place he can hold it. Doesn't have any other pegs. For him, take a look at the head. No paint for this version. I believe the original one was cast in black plastic. This one is just all blue. He does happen to have ratcheted shoulders, rotate. He has full range of motion in the elbows due to how he transforms. His fists are nothing. They do slide in, and when you push the arm out, they come back out on their own. That's a nice gimmick for him. His legs move out. He has sideways knees, both ways. You can break his knee if you want to. And that's it. That's all he does. Of course, he does not have a gun mode. He's the leader of the Seacons. He doesn't get to be used as a gun. So we'll go straight into turtle mode. So we push in the fist, rotate the arms up, like so, to bring out his turtle feet, like that. We fold his legs up into his body, like so. Rotate his turtle legs down. They should in fact peg into place. Yes. And finally, rotate the head back to deploy a turtle head. And there he is, Snaptrap, in his turtle mode. You can attach the shield, hold the peg. Fold the chrome fins back and use that's it, right? Tap it in. There. Completed turtle with a shell. Articulation wise, on turtle mode, his legs can rotate. These are the arms. He has technically knees. Back legs can also rotate, and they also have knees. Back and forth, surprisingly. His mouth can open and close wide. And he's got a gimmick. If you take this lever and move it back and forth, his guns ratchet back and forth. So now let's transform him into his chest mode, his torso mode, combined mode. Remove the shell, rotate the legs up, rotate his face back out, pull down his legs, rotate them up all the way, and then fold them down, up and down. Down. Rotate his arms back all the way. And there it is. He's ready to be combined. So we take a foot and plug it in. We take another foot, plug it in so he can stand. Plug in an arm. Plug in the other arm. And give him his gun. And then we can Finally, we can give him his combined mode head. There. And there, wait, why is he missing an arm? And there we have Piranacon, which will not stay standing for whatever reason. There. There is Piranacon. Piranacon, mention, dive, rotate, and that's about it. That's all it does. It doesn't even want to stand. Stay. Please stay. He does have his very chromed sword. Very nice chromed sword. Which he can supposedly hold in his hand. Like that. Yes. He can hold it in his hand. Ah! Why? Why do you keep falling apart? Fine, let's do it your way. He's so unstable. But there he is. Piranacon. There he is. Let's take a look at his head. Yeah. Black face sculpt, yellow eyes. Not bad. Well, he does have his chromed sword. Oh wait, we're too zoomed in. You can't see a thing. He does have his chrome sword, his chromed fins coming up. Don't expect a lot of articulation with this guy. I mean, his hands can move up and down on ratchets. His head will not rotate. His legs can move in and out, also on ratchets. And that's it. That's all he gets in the name of articulation because, well, he's a G1 figure, so don't expect much. But all in all, he's a good combiner. These guys don't particularly stay together as well as the originals did. There's mold degradation and all. He's been released a few times before this. This was the last time, I believe, he was released. The previous one being a BotCon exclusive and then a couple of Japanese reissues. The back. Lots of parts. A lot of instability. And wow. That's it for this episode. This is a very difficult Transformer. Anyway, if you like this, subscribe. Mark the little bell so you get notified. And like it below. Thank you.